everybody. Welcome to session number 19 of Ellseworld. Thank you very much for joining us once again. You may notice some oddities about our setup. We're actually kind of mid-moving house, so bear with us if anything's a bit weird today. But yeah, without further ado, we will get into some player introductions, then I'll catch you up with where we're at in Ellseworld. Before we go around to our players, I've asked them all a question for them to answer in character, and this week's question is, how does their character feel about the character on the left of them? Going around the table, and we'll start off with the lovely player to my right.
Hello, I'm Kane, and a confession from me. Nicolas Cage's Dracula had strong daddy energy and unlocked something in me. I'm playing Reed Bogwater. They're a tiny little fairy druid. They're small and kind of irritating. What do they think of Rodeo? I think they look up to Rodeo an awful lot as sort of a maternal, grandmotherly figure. I would describe their dynamic as when you come home and your dog's done something naughty. That's Reed's constant energy around Rodeo of like, I'm so sorry.
What do you have in your mouth?
Yeah, pretty much. The art for Reed, which is so good, was done by Said Idiot or Anna Obrecker. Check out Said Idiot on Instagram, Twitter, other places.
Hello, I'm Dan. I'm going to be playing Quinn Denari, the Changeling Enchantment Wizard. What they think about Reed is that they are very friendly, very energetic, if not a bit naive, but naivety isn't necessarily a bad thing. They think you provide a good optimistic look onto the world. Yeah. My art was done by Michaelis Moshu, Michaelis_Moshu. Go check them out. They are amazing. They do beautiful work, and they've been posting again on Instagram recently.
Exciting.
All the links for our artists, by the way, are in a document below as well, if you want to check any of them out as we go around.
Hey, hello, hi. It is 36 minutes past 7. I am here and I'm playing Appleby Oakwood. My real name is Tom. Appleby's opinions of Quinn. I would say he's quietly intrigued. I think he's very fascinated with Quinn's ability to produce ooze and to change shape. Although he wasn't the biggest fan of when Quinn changed shape into Appleby.
I definitely won't do that again.
It was a very strange situation for him. My art is done by Jaws JPEG. You can find them on Instagram. They do really cool, slightly trippy character artworks in almost, I would like to say, like a cartoonish Gorillaz-esque style. Cal.
Hi.
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 Hey.
Hi. Hi, I'm Cal. I'm going to be playing Shadow. He is a Loxodon rogue. Loxodon, for those who aren't in the know, are kind of like elephants, but they're not. Don't call them an elephant. The art for Shadow was done by Ardy Fardy, who you can find on Instagram, Twitter, and their house. What does Shadow think of... Oh my god, that was a moment there. I forgot Appleby's name. Wanted to say Reed and then went, no, quit, no.
Reed's the other
What do I think of Appleby? Clearly forgettable.
A word that Appleby is
Never ever said.
How cutting!
No, they genuinely think Appleby is one of the most interesting creatures they've come across. If not in the last 50 years, in perhaps their lifetime. They are still trying to work them out. They are quite pleased that there's someone who is along purely just for chaos vibes.
That's
just
me.
does what they want when they want, and they've got a card that says they can do it, which Shadow is wondering why it's taken them 450 years to come up with such a great idea. Yeah, that's kind of it really. Keen to see more of what the bells do, because Shadow wasn't there for when the bells stopped doing bell things.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of what the bells do,
don't dox me. Hello, I'm Jamie. I am playing Coroner. They are the Warforged Druid of unknown...
Druid?
Cleric of unknown... I'm tired. Yeah, they're here. They are pretty upset at the moment because everything has been going awfully wrong for them the entire campaign so far. My art was done by really bad weather _art. You can find them on Instagram, Twitter, and at Ardy Fardy's house.
They're all hanging out.
Yeah. What's Corin to think about Shadow? They kill a lot. And
I don't think canonically that's true.
They tried to
They
kill
tried
us.
to kill
they
him.
attempt to kill a lot.
They keep it all in freeze.
A lot of attempted murder. So yeah, kind of at odds with Coroner's entire MO, but we'll see. Fingers crossed, they can be changed.
Killing in the name of creation.
None of that happens.
Yeah.
Who did your artwork?
I did that.
Oh, you done that?
They're
Cool.
in Ardy Fardy's house.
Oh yeah, of course. Hi everybody, I'm Jams. I will be playing this week as I do every week, Rodeo, the Dragonborn Gunslinger. The artwork for her can be found on social medias for Sewerline and Salaka, Instagram and Twitter, I believe. What does Rodeo think of Coroner? Coroner is one of the only other voices of reason in the party.
Fucking rude.
However, doesn't necessarily always agree with their line of reasoning. She respects the very strict moral code that they're trying to uphold. She gets that, and obviously she kind of respects the whole kind of religious aspect of it as well. She understands what it's like to have a faith and try and preserve what that means, but at the same time she is maybe a little bit concerned that as we get deeper and deeper into nonsense, Coroner might struggle a little bit to stay aligned with those morals and also keep up with whatever shit we get into. So we may have to reconcile that in the future, but at the moment she has no reason not to trust them. They've proven reliable and perfectly capable in their own right, and given us a place to stay for the past couple of weeks. So that's been very helpful.
Thank you.
So yeah, thanks for letting us. Thanks for letting us sleep in your boss's house.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Cool.
Also, you can
yes.
interact with the stream in various ways.
No way! Yeah.
Do that and cheer 150 bits to give a player or the DM advantage or disadvantage, or if you up that to 750 bits, that is, or £5 sterling, that is, you can give the players or the DM a crit 20 or a quit fail. And now I'm going to hand over to Jamie, who's going to tell you more about quits.
Don't hand quits to me.
Quits on the Patreon.
You put your quits on the Patreon.
You can winnowily put your quids on the Patreon.
We're cancelling the stream.
I'm gonna get banned from Twitch.
And if you do so, you can get in on the poll every week to give a player an advantage or disadvantage or another player a nat 20 or crit fail. This week, I'm getting myself a little advantage and Dan, you're getting yourself a little nat 20.
Woo!
Easy.
No roll-offs this week.
No roll-offs this week.
I promise to use that only for chaos. Thank you.
Nice.
Nice.
How could you do this to us?
Good shit. Well, thank you,
Like
everyone.
subscribing to the Patreon. If
And
that's all.
hello if you're watching in chat, and hello if you're watching on YouTube later on. I'm going to tell you what's going on now. Hello, it's me, it's Elliot, and I am the DM for Ellseworld. If you don't know why it's called Ellseworld, ask your parents, they'll tell you why. The last we met our heroes, they found themselves in a bit of a position in an area of the Undermountain known as the Troll Hole. You were mid-combat with a troll when we picked up last session. After slaying the first troll underneath the who was having a nice bath in the Troll Hole, the lot of you who were on the surface actually saw as an older, more grizzled troll with this what looked like a bundle of limbs began and 4 arms began strolling towards you, and you decided it was probably time to go. You split up as Reed and Shadow headed towards the surface, and the others of you went to go deliver the unconscious body of an agent of the blue bloods known as Gero over to the Gallants. When you got, sorry, not the Gallants, to the Gallants, lol, to the Watch Pack.
The Gallants have been there the whole time.
Oh god. Yeah, you went to the Watch Pack's hideout, but you found it deserted and Tagon dead there. You also noticed for the very first time one of the bells upon Appleby's hat started to audibly ring and seemed to only stop once Appleby had retrieved a bell that he had given Tagon a day before, had been retrieved, and the ringing seemed to stop after that. You were also briefly confronted by a coroner who wanted to know what the fuck was going on with the bells, but this was generally not resolved due to Appleby's seemingly lack of memory about, or maybe not lack of memory, but inability to access those memories. Reed and Shadow got distracted on your way to the surface and ended up following two kobolds to the Watchpack hideout, and they were, I have in my notes here, obliterated by Shadow, which I think is fairly accurate to say.
Decimated.
After you snuck up behind them and did what rogues do, slaying them both without a peep, as Rodeo saw out the window.
I saw everything through the window and just kind of went...
As Shadow killed these two creatures that were following you, and then you all actually met up at the lift after deciding to dump Gero outside a guard post, and we actually left off as you were headed on the magical lift that takes you from the undermountain portion of the Golden Tooth to the surface, to an area known as the Greens, which is the parkland area of the Golden Tooth. We're going to kick right back in just as the elevator reaches the surface. You see,
in the ride on the way up. Change of clothes, change form into Wayland.
Anything else anyone would do on the ride up?
We had the guy in like a sack.
You've burlapped him, and he was also like
carrying him in a sack. Yeah,
cool, sweet.
He was also like unconscious from poison.
I just remember that like
paralyzed.
there's usually a guard at the top of the lift, and I was
yeah.
oh no!
He's paralysed for like 4 hours or something, I think.
Yeah.
So we're fine, and I had him bundled up in a tarp in such a way that it's not just like clearly a body in a bag.
Yeah.
You also have tied him up as well.
Yeah, he's tied up in there just in case, but also like folded in a way that doesn't look immediately like, oh, there's a foot sticking out the bottom.
And we've given Appleby a fake body and told him to run off and get out of the lift, just to throw everyone off.
You think probably from this point you've got about an hour left on that paralysis that he is suffering from the spider bite that Reed gave him. And yeah, as the lift reaches the surface, you do indeed see the guard there, very relaxed looking in his golden armour. You see this is actually a red dragonborn here, just leaning back against the kind of where the lift kind of comes up into. As the lift arrives, he kind of like turns, looks at you all, gives you a cursory glance, and then just kind of like goes back, sees you aren't actively doing anything wrong.
He's not sus about the party with a body-shaped tarp.
Doesn't seem to be.
Nice. I love this place.
It's from they're coming from the Undersea. They're used to this. Yeah.
And also, like, it's New Year's Eve. He probably doesn't want to be here anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
He's sad. He's gone.
not
We've all let things slide at work when it's...
Exactly. He doesn't give a shit.
My good man, the nearest police station, please.
He kind of like looks at you and like kind of his eyes go.
Gold piece in his hand as I say it.
Nice. His eyes go into focus, especially at the look of that. He kind of like looks down at the coin. Happy New Year's. Yeah, just over there actually, and you see kind of on the from this point you can kind of see the next level up into the Golden Tooth, a level of buildings kind of about a 10-minute walk kind of towards the inner part of the city, and you see kind of built out of the wall there a little guard tower that seems to be watching over this portion of the Greens.
Nice. In the message that Azuri left, did he say where he was?
He didn't say where he was, but you left him at the stables, which is right by the Pother, the primary overland transport hub.
Nice one. How far away from where we are right now is that?
It's about a 20-minute walk from here, so it's not too far either.
Cool. So, police station is closer than...
Police station is closer currently to the, yeah.
I will stay with the group.
Nice.
Cool.
Let's head on over, I guess.
Is it immediately like green and grassy where we are?
It is, apart from this kind of like concrete area that is around where the lift comes up into, you step off of that and yeah, it is all like fields, parkland. The most kind of built up parts are like gravel and dirt pathways that go out in and towards like different areas of the Greens as well as up into the main city, where you see it turn into a more kind of, built up area with cobblestone and the like.
Cool. Yeah, the second we get to the surface while you're like chatting to the guard and stuff, Reed will just like float over and then just drop into the grass. And whenever we move anywhere, they'll just be like flying with their face like brushing against all the grass and not really talking to anyone.
Nice.
You okay?
Yeah, just there's not many plants down there, and I really like plants. They're so nice.
You certainly get this like very good like feeling coming off these plants. These are very well tended to, these plants, and just by kind of being amongst them and being your kind of druidic self, you can see that everything here is very healthy. It's growing well.
Oh, to the guard tower?
To the station.
Cool, yeah. Short 10-minute walk and you can see it the whole way, so no checks needed as you traverse through the greens. Very quiet out tonight. You see a couple of guards holding kind of what appears to be these kind of like lanterns that have this gyroscopic light in it that gives a sort of full 360 of light wherever they're looking. You see a couple of them walking around, but apart from that, not really anyone around.
Right, did we actually decide what we were doing with this person?
Gonna leave him at the guard tower with a note that lets them know that he's an old criminal, and then walk away.
Sick.
That way, we're not gonna get weird questions. He's hopefully gonna get arrested. Maybe give the door a knock so they come and have a look quick.
You guys put a note on this at any point, or anyone got a note?
Write a note.
I have stuff on me. I can write a quick note.
Okay.
Cool, yeah. Shortly, you get to about 200 feet away from this tower. You're kind of at a point where the roads start becoming actually cobbled and kind of brick but beneath your feet as you get towards the first kind of wall that leads up into a higher level of the city.
Threat to my Zark and people.
Cool. Just on the top.
Just
Yeah.
Sharpie on the stage.
Charcoal on the top.
I had known
How much
known-
detail are we putting into this?
crime gang member, known murderer, and then above the
Would you want to mention
threat.
the blue blood specifically?
I draw a little charcoal mustache on him.
Cool, perfect. Because I feel like
You
if
reach
not
into the
here,
bag
we
and
know
draw-
the name of the gang, even if they don't
I think if
necessarily want to do anything about it. Or is that
that's the
throwing a
thing.
bit
If
too
we
much
drop the
attention to it?
name of the Blue Bloods, then we'll go, oh, there's an Undercity thing, we don't care. Whereas if it's like,
Oh, okay.
a crime gang.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
should
So if we
maybe
make it
find out a
sound
bit
like
more
they're
on
top
this.
level,
Give
for
him
now.
away a bit that he is a blue-ish dragon ball.
He's in a sack.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they're going to
There will
open
be-
this.
there will be
hopefully
blue-
they're going to question him.
There will be
So
no
hopefully
Dragon
he'll
Ball
be in
on
the
the
cell by
surface.
then.
Yeah, but they'll then go, oh, it's an undercity problem, we don't care, and then they'll either kill him or just send him back to the bottom one.
By then, we're long gone, and I think that's kind of how we were planning on resolving the problem
Because I
anyway.
feel like it'll be about an hour.
No one's doing anything tonight. I doubt. They'll just chuck him in a cell for the night and be like, we'll figure it out tomorrow.
Could just re-poison him.
You could.
Just still facing the grass. I can still poison him.
Just fucking lobotomise him.
Got off his feet.
Yeah.
Don't like any of this.
No, I feel like this was the exact
I
problem
feel like we're
trying to avoid.
overthinking the plan.
Yeah.
Let's just leave him.
Yeah.
We're handing him to law enforcement.
Wait, no. I'd like to cut off his feet, yeah. I think that sounds great.
It's not my friends that this comes to bite in the arse if this goes wrong. So
Let's-
crack it. Let's go.
I just put him. Is there any guards around the door?
You can see that there's it's sort of like a standard tower that the door kind of like extends out from this kind of like semicircular tower that comes out of this wall with the kind of back part of the semicircle being the wall itself. And you can see there's a door and there's a window above the door which appears to have a light on, but you can't actually see any guards. You can see a door and a window above it currently at the moment.
Right, all of you wait here. Yeah, exactly. I sort of drag the body over to the door.
Cool. You trying to be stealthy or?
Yeah, I'll try.
Cool. Yeah, give me a stealth check.
I'm getting stealthy. 11.
11. Nice. Cool. You going up?
Yeah, just popping down.
Yeah.
Hammer on the door a bit. Run
Yeah.
away.
Run away? Nice. Just give me an athletics check. as
Oh,
you run
God.
up.
As they do that as well from 30 feet away, I'm going to mage hand, knock on the window.
Cool. Oh, nice.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
I am
Nice.
You do the backflip this time.
You backflip away.
You just like somersault into the darkness and we're like, when did you learn how to do that?
No, I could do it.
Yeah, you knock on the door, and before anyone is even aware of what's going on, you're already back in the bushes with the rest of your party, about 100 feet away from the towers.
Knock
You've just
knock run champion 2023.
yeah, so you've just beat the 100-meter dash record of the Golden Tooth. You see one of the guards there, like, As you dive on into the bush indeed, and after a few moments, certainly with your passive perception, Coroner, you actually see as someone comes up to the window and just kind of opens it out, takes one of these gyroscopic lanterns out, kind of has a look around, closes the window again.
They don't look down at the floor directly below them.
Didn't see to look down directly below.
Reed will. How far away is the door?
100 feet.
100 feet, yeah.
Sweet.
How long does the mage hand last?
As long
again.
as a cantrip.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Just keep on knocking until someone comes.
On the window
with
still?
the mage hand.
Cool, yeah.
Gooey!
You actually wait a few moments, and then the door opens, and the same person who was out the window looks out through the door, sees this thing at their feet, kind of looks around again. You see him turn back into the tower. Come help me with this! As he begins to grab this tarpaulin. Begins to drag it inside. You see as another guard comes down a few moments later, you see the kind of light of his torch come down. You hear them kind of have a short conversation. What the fuck's going on with the window? I don't know, it keeps knocking. What the hell is this? I don't know. See, I think there's a guy in there. And you see as the two of them just haul it inside, door closes behind them.
Oh, we should have signed the note with like a cool vigilante name, so they think there's like a cool superhero.
There's already some cool superheroes.
Yeah, but
We're trying to be inconspicuous.
yeah, okay.
We'll come up with a team name later.
Yeah. Pint.
Oh, I gotta go see Azuri.
Pint with Azuri.
Pint with Azuri.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, it's about 15 minutes from here to the Potter.
How long is it till midnight at this point?
It is about 3 hours until midnight at the moment.
So it's still super quiet.
It's still very quiet at the
Do
moment.
we know what's going to happen at midnight? As in, I guess you've lived.
Would you ever have gone on the surface on New Year's Eve? Or would you have just
Certainly not. No, probably not.
Cool, then none of you
Would I have heard from people? Like, would I have asked?
There's... You know that something happens at midnight. You would know that there's like a thing that people usually come out their houses just to see. But that's about the long and short of what you know.
We're sitting outside at the time of.
Okay, we've got about 3 hours of people being indoors.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
Looting.
As we're like walking for 15 minutes, Reed will settle on, with permission, the end of Coroner's beak without permission on the shoulder.
Coroner's really tight. Yeah, fine.
Just nice. Yeah. So like
also my other shoulder's taken up by Beaky Pete, who we've just not mentioned this.
About Beaky Pete this entire time.
Sorry, Pete. Yeah, Reed like like when a teacher sits backwards on a chair. That's how Reed like sits on your beak and is like looking
at me.
Trying to be the cool
And
guy.
Reed's like, I noticed you're not in a great mood. How's it going?
Tell me everything, bestie.
I feel like I put myself out there a bit when we went to deal with the whole everything at that place we're at. I forget names of everything. Where did we start this quest? Reappraise. And ever since getting there, everything has gone pretty badly. And now my one attempt to get in with some people I thought were doing good and maybe shared a common purpose, and I find that they aren't what I thought they were. They abandoned us.
Mm-hmm.
They took a prisoner we brought to them and beat them to a point of death when they didn't. We knew everything we needed to from them, and it's just been a very challenging couple of weeks.
Yeah. No, it's been a lot, I didn't even know that there was this many dragons, and now I know that there are some. It's been wild for me too.
Working with fucking dragons.
Yeah, there's so many. Thought they'd be, bigger.
That one we saw was big.
Yeah, but the two we spent most of our time with just kind of look like guys.
I mean, you know what the whole collar thing was, right? You know why we're still helping them.
They can't turn into things.
Yeah, the big dragon.
Oh, yeah. I thought they were like me, and they could just turn into a bear.
No.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, anyway, it's rough. But it's not been all bad the last couple of weeks. You met us. You got friends, and you met your. Do I know about that?
Oh, what?
Out of character voice. Do I know that you met your god?
No, you don't know that we met God.
Only T squared actually knows about
Yeah,
that.
you got to reconnect.
You know nothing about my god.
Yeah, you got to reconnect with T squared. That's a nice.
Nice.
He's a fun. They're a fun guy, you know.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a nice little New Year's party. And by all accounts, your New Year's are usually pretty dull, so that'll be fun.
You get the
And-
occasional drunken brawl.
Oh,
And they come
what
in
are we doing up here? Oh, well, because my thing, and then also this thing. Okay, yeah, right. I'd love a drunken brawl. We'll put it on the list of things to do.
All right, fine. I don't get into the brawls. The people in the brawls come into the clinic.
Oh, yeah,
And
you
I,
like fix them up.
you know,
Okay.
A drunken brawl how we all got together.
Yep. Anyway,
Yeah. It's kind of how all of this began,
Oh
wasn't it?
God.
I honestly don't know what many things are,
Yeah.
so I just sort of let things happen. Anyway, and also it's well pretty here. Look at that. It's like pretty grass, pretty plants. And Rita like flutter off and like just be like picking random flowers and then flying over and like tucking them into bits of like your metal.
Oh, God.
And just like talking the whole time about like things that they've loved on the trip. Just being like, and like Radio's guns are pretty cool and you got to see those. And Shadow sometimes just vanishes for no reason. Rita just talk about everything that they've loved over the last couple of weeks and then just like settle on the opposite side to Peaky Beat and be like, I don't know. So to me, pretty good trip so far. A few people have died. But, we also saved
The
people.
sound they made when they died.
No, that was just like, oh, awkward, cringe.
Oh dear.
But also,
It's quite cringe, really, doesn't it?
we had a fun old jolly time, and we've done some good. We saved that short guy who fell out the sky.
Yeah.
We beat up a crab dragon. So cool.
Yeah.
Best time ever.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, tell me you've had a more exciting.
This has
week.
certainly been very exciting.
There you go, adventure. And then Rita will just be like,
As you kind of finish up
Job done.
walking
Yeah.
there, you do indeed see the enormous golden gazebo in front of you. That is the primary over-mountain travel hub. Before you, this actually is one of the few places where people are still coming and going. You actually see a decent amount of travellers coming in through the nearby Masterian's Gate over to what would be your right-hand side on the outside of the city. And ahead of you, you see as people are still booking those flying discs that can take you to any level. The one thing you notice that is not running is the snake, the train that snakes its way up and down the mountain. It seems to not be running as you can't feel the usual rumble of its passage in this area, which normally you would be able to. You see before you the large stable area where the flying mounts of all kinds, and as well as you see the familiar face of Azori with his large beastie behind him. You see as he's just brushing the kind of almost scaled hide of the rhinosaur as you approach from the kind of opposite end of the potter.
Hello, mate. You sent a message.
Oh, Shadow,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Let me just clean up here. You see, as he kind of goes into a bucket, washes his hands off, dusts down the brush, and kind of. Oh, it is good to see you. I did not expect you to come so soon. Do you not have plans for tonight?
I think we're winging it with wings.
Oh, well, interesting. What are you planning on doing? Okay, I'll come back to you in a moment.
Are you alright? Did you...
Oh, no, I'm fine. I've been talking with the one of the dragons that we travelled with, Digby.
Yeah.
He has been supplying me with a few books that I have asked him for. He came to check on me the other day, and I found out a bit more about my people and
Oh, amazing.
their time here. It's few and far between, but it seems like, and he pulls out a book here that he's got, which appears to be an ancient history of Ellseworld. This tome comes from one of the other ages of the world. I will just get it up. Should have been ready for this, really.
Quinn is to attention as soon as he pulls out that
Cool.
book.
Nice. You got a boner.
Maybe they don't usually have a penis. They're excited, so it might happen.
Suddenly they grow a penis.
Well, no, Waylon's got a penis.
How accurate is the penis? Because you haven't seen Wayland's penis.
It's the penis of an average middle-aged gammon, I guess, who's also a torturer.
Pretty sad looking penis.
Pretty
Really sad.
Yeah, you see that this book is from the Age of Magic, a time period that is thousands of years ago at this point. And Azori turns to a very small paragraph on a very kind of nondescript page that is about celestial bodies falling to Ellseworld. And there is just a small footnote that seems very familiar to the both of you, Shadow, as it almost exactly describes the same kind of crystal, the same kind of meteoric landing it had as Azori's situation. And from this, it appears that this crystal landed somewhere near to the city of Yarak in the country of Nargoli. This happened a very long time ago, but you see, as Azori kind of points this out to you, says it would appear that this big crystal where they have formed this embassy is not the only thing that has fallen here. Things like me have been falling for a long time.
How near to Yarak?
Judging by this excerpt, within about a day's travel.
In what direction?
Where to be Yarak?
It's not that specific. This is a very small footnote in a book where this clearly has not been well documented. This is clearly just someone keeping a record of things that have literally fallen to earth.
Yeah.
This isn't a informational thing. This is just more like a record. I thought this was interesting because if there has been my kind here before, maybe it is them that has brought the rest of us here. Maybe they are calling us to this place.
Yeah. Is that... I don't know about the Ross. Is that why you were?
I don't remember anything from before apart from a very vague impression of a forest. But this forest is not like a forest like here. It is a forest of fungi.
Right. Anyone seen a forest of fungi?
Have I seen a forest of fungi?
Down North one.
Give me a history check at disadvantage.
Should I be considered a fungi?
History of this?
No.
Go for it.
You don't let us kill anyone.
That's a legendary 10, so that's going to be a sweet little 17.
Cool. Like this. Ooh. And it was a history, did you say?
Yes, please.
10.
Neither of you have any knowledge of a mushroom forest. As far as
I've
you're
got
aware.
knowledge of a mushroom forest.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
Not fair enough.
He's become predictable in his unpredictability.
Azuri, may I borrow that book, possibly, when you're done with it, please?
Of course. When you kind of, I think I'm done with it now. Hands it. Maybe just give it back to Digby if he asks for it.
Oh, Digby will get it back.
So,
Like insight that?
Yeah, give me. Are you telling the truth or are you lying?
See how early roll. That's a nat 20 on the dice
That's a nat
of
20.
either persuasion or deception.
Cool. Yeah.
You'll never know.
I trust you to do that.
yes, when you were looking at things that fell, like there's the crystal where the embassy is, like obviously yourself.
Yes.
Is anything else reported to have fallen?
Not that I was looking for. I was just
fair
looking
enough.
for things that related to Zarek or myself.
Yeah.
But no, nothing. Nothing other than my crystal, this crystal that fell near Dyarak, and the Zarek, what has now become the Zarek embassy.
Right.
Well, we can help you
Get in there. God, I was waiting. I wanted to go there anyway, but it seems like there's a bigger reason to now.
Zarek embassy or Yarak?
Both. It's my home country.
Zarek
The
Embassy's
capital of my home country.
Zarek Embassy's not the same place, is it? Zarek Embassy's down
Zarek
there.
embassy's down there. Dyarak is a city up there.
Where are we to there?
It's from there. And this is
Well,
not only-
Yarek's on the way, but we haven't got a fucking clue where we're going. It's just a day's travel from there, whereas the embassy, we know where we're going. Are you sure you're fine with all of us coming along to the embassy?
I don't see why not. You have kept me safe so far.
couple of days travel we all did.
Well, if we get to Baron's Crossing anyway, which I think was the next move, we can always take one of these southern roads.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes in the direction of both the Zarek Embassy, Yarrick, and
Could stop him with
My
the nemesis.
Yeah. Well, I just don't think that. I think Yarrick is a needle in a haystack. Whereas if Azuri is right and the embassy is potentially cooling things down, or their people are cooling things down, they might know.
What it is.
Be able to give us an idea of where in Yarrick we're going.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we'll spend weeks wandering around Yarrick going, anyone seen a crystal?
I agree.
Yeah.
I would also like to go to the embassy, of course. Those are my people, I can only assume.
Yeah, makes sense.
Has he described the crystal before, like what it looks like?
His own crystal or the Zarek embassy?
I guess I didn't realise there would be a difference in description. But
From
Did he
what?
come down by himself? Was that it?
Yeah,
A while ago,
Azori
like
came
this.
down a little while
Or
ago
not by himself.
over here in Sylvanas, where Shadow saved him after he crashed into the desert. From what you know
So he
from
was
now,
by himself.
he was by himself.
Oh right, okay, cool.
Absolutely.
I thought he came down with all the others.
As far as
And
we
how
know,
long's the
he was
embassy
by
been
himself. He could have been like, did I actually go to the site where the crystal fell? Or
Yeah,
did I
you
find him wandering
you
around?
found him actually in his crystal.
Oh damn! Found him in his little pod.
This is where it all turns out at the end that
Pathway.
actually Shadow brainwashed him, and Shadow's an awful villain. He's taken advantage
Maybe.
of this guy.
But yeah, the description of the embassy so far has just been a large crystal embedded into the ground with a few buildings surrounding it.
And how long has that been now?
About 15 years or so.
Okay, cool.
what colour is the crystal?
Seems to be these bright blue
Has it
crystals.
got any other notable qualities to it?
Big dick energy. Big dick energy.
How long ago did Shadow find Azuri?
Good question. It was about, I want to say it was like between 10 and 50 years ago, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Shadow's got a long ass lifespan.
Would you say longer ago than the Zarek Embassy appearing, or more recently than the Zarek Embassy?
It was actually before the embassy.
He landed before the embassy.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Let me double check that, but
So I
I'm
actually
pretty
won't
sure.
let you double check it.
No.
It's canon.
it's canon.
saying
He
it now.
arrived both
While
before
Elliot
and
checks
after.
that,
Yes.
you've got just about enough time to go follow Dungeoneer's Pack on Instagram. Dungeoneer's Pack is a fun little tool where we post nothing anymore. But if you want to go see some items that I drew or some fun tables that we created, it's all there on Dungeoneer's Pack on Instagram. There's loads of great stuff.
I hear you should listen to Wildcat Boozy.
Yeah.
I haven't found the information I wanted to find, but I did find a different piece of information that the date he found in the book where the original crystal fell down was the year 397 of the Age of Magic.
And what are we now?
You are
2023.
you are year 2023 of the Age of Artifice, the age after that.
Oh gosh. So just a really long ass time, basically.
Quite a long time,
Cool.
yeah.
I can't be
Few
bothered to do
thousand.
math.
A good, at least 3,000 years,
Okay.
probably.
So the final question I want to ask
Yes.
is, does it sound similar to my favourite crystal?
It doesn't sound similar to that, no.
Ah.
You haven't heard anything about that falling from the sky, and from, general descriptions, seems like a different thing.
Okay.
The Zarek Embassy wouldn't have been a thing when I was.
No,
being raised in
that,
Ireland.
did not exist before you went to sleep in your brain, before your brain sleep.
Oh yeah, so you just wouldn't know about it. Yeah, everyone would be going to the Zarek Embassy and you're like, what the
The
fuck
host?
is that? Sorry?
To
Cool.
be fair, for the region, that's the same as well. We're on the wrong side of the fucking ocean.
Yeah, fair.
Circling back to a original plan. Pint?
Right.
Will anywhere be open on New Year's Eve? It's the
There's a nearby tavern that caters to travelers here that I've been going to. It's where I've actually been staying to. There's an inn attached. We could go there. It seems to be open. You see, it's kind of like just off in the distance. You can see this kind of like tavern where the road from the Masterian's Gate goes around the travel hub and towards that tavern. You can see from there. You can also gain access to the next level up in the city.
Yeah, it makes sense. Not everyone's traditions are going to be the same. Not everyone's going to be staying indoors. Some people are going to want to go and get pissed.
Yeah.
Good to me.
Fine.
Turn back
How long is
into
it to
myself?
Oh, nice.
Sorry, what was that?
So you said it's about 3 hours to New Year.
About 2.5 now that we've kind of had that. Like you've just been chilling with Zori. He's been kind of cleaning up the rhinosaur. He's locked everything up now, and kind of like you've all set off towards the pub together.
Sweet.
Dan, when you say you turn into yourself, do you mean your beautiful self or your slimy self?
My beautiful self.
Sweet.
Nice.
They're both beautiful.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah, it was a trick question.
Yeah. Azori came down 25 years ago, and the
okay.
Zarek Embassy came down 15.
but these are the crystals that were found thousands of.
Yeah, that's like a good 2,000-3,000 years ago.
Cool. Different types of crystals, though?
It seems to be described in the same way that the Zarek Embassy has been described in this kind of book of celestial things falling from the sky.
Cool.
You do note as well, both of you, you and Azori note that his crystal isn't listed on here. This seems to only be things that have fallen onto the this side of the world. On
Continent 1.
Yeah, on Trath.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Are there any? Just a quick flick through the book. Are any other of these crystals?
Give me a investigation check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Just you're trying to flick it, just scan through.
Sweet. One that was good, but that's not important. Investigation.
Yeah.
Meh 5.
You kind of like flick through and kind of you gauge that this is what Azori was looking for. He probably would have picked up on if there were any that
I
matched
think
things.
this is what you were looking for.
What?
Just point to the thing.
It's the same bit that you found
So
earlier.
I think I found something of use.
You say it as Quinn's holding the book. Yes, thank you, Garner. Shall we go get a drink?
Please.
Yeah.
Are you doing something? Can I come? Is that not like a thing? It's okay if you don't want me there.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's not that I don't want you there.
You just didn't plan for an extra person, did you?
We'll say you bought enough.
Nice. Yeah, totally. Yep.
What have you done?
That'd be fun.
Have you got an extra paper party
Good,
hat for Azori?
Good.
Oh, I didn't think about hats. That's like a thing you do over here. You put hats on when there's a thing happening. Weird. Hi.
Don't worry, I'll do my tentacles.
You know what? You
see, he's gonna like
Yeah,
ties
you know
them up
what?
into
I
like a
think that's gonna
tentacle
be-
top knot.
Oh, gorgeous. Yeah, that's going to be fun later. As we're walking, don't suppose you know if there's any like fun jungly stuff around, like a rainforest.
Give everyone, if that wants to, could give me a perception check as you hear Reed say that. And Azori's just going to see.
Perception.
Can I
Yes.
make mine as an insight check because I know the city?
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
I don't know why I did that. My perception's way better. But,
Yeah.
You can still roll it as perception if you like, Jay.
it's actually the same. Hilariously. 22.
Cool.
18.
Nice.
17.
Nice.
13.
Cool.
Just a no.
Anyone that got above a 16 here, you do notice sort of in the distance there is a clump of trees that very notably seems to be kind of has this hot and humid kind of aspect to it, and you can actually kind of see this kind of almost heat haze is rising above it, and then a cloud from above kind of bursts and you see a small rainfall onto it before once again it kind of clears up into just this kind of inclement rainforest weather. You do see a small patch, and Azori with a nat 20 kind of goes, I've been to the rainforest section a few times, so would you like to come?
Yeah, no, that would be like a great location, just because it reminds me of home, and I like to, we're doing like a home thing. I'm feeling all nostalgic.
Right, it's about a half an hour from here.
Oh, nice. Well, that gives us like an hour and a bit to have a drink, and then we can go over there, and then we can, have some fun, then go to bed.
Fresh friends
Plans
on
to
me.
go.
Cool. Yeah, so you head towards the pub. Quiet, but still, there is a hustle and bustle in here. It's for the rest of these creatures who aren't from the Golden Tooth, this is New Year's Eve for them, and you do see celebrations happening, albeit on a slightly more muted scale than you might imagine from the biggest city in the world on New Year's Eve. But there are still people getting a bit too drunk. You see a half-elf and a gnome kind of arm in arm, swaying, singing some kind of song about the history of Ellseworld, as this kind of New Year's scene opens up before you as you burst on into the pub, which is known as the Green Finger.
Appleby immediately joins in with the song about the history of
Cool.
this world.
Nice, yeah, you do.
Does
so.
Appleby know the words?
Absolutely, you do. This is a
Thanks.
common folk song about the rise of Myzark and his family.
I know how to play it on my fucking oud and my zoink or whatever the fuck my
Nice.
instruments are called.
17 gold on the bar, and
Nice.
I'll just get like a really nice round.
Cool. Yes. You plug that down, and the barkeep, this kind of fairly pale-looking gnomish fellow who's kind of stood on a bar stool as he's kind of tending bar. Oh, thank you very much. What can I get for y'all?
Bottle of wine for me, red.
Kind of
What
plots
are you
that
all
down.
having? Pint for Azuri.
This is my family's own brew.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, wine?
Yes.
Got any mead?
Sure. And
It's like a thimble full of mead, please.
Gets you a bottle, and this one is actually called Bronze Mead, and you see a bronze dragon on the front of it.
Oh, nice. Did he make it?
No, this comes from actually a dragon of the city, Mr. Bazarov.
Nice. Thank you.
Do I know that name?
Give me a history check at advantage this time.
Yay! It's 3, 12.
12. The name is ringing a bell, but you can't quite put a finger on where it is. You've definitely heard this name before, though.
Right.
Appleby will sort of, while singing and playing whatever, sort of look to Quinn and make like the sort of look at the drink, look at Quinn, like sort of, oh, can I try a bit of that sort of thing?
Yeah. I'm drinking a bottle of wine.
Goo. Put it down, sort of.
The backwash is terrible.
Yeah, there's a lot of mud in the soil around the rim.
Prestidigitation of soil.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
it doesn't work. No.
The dirt is forever.
I'll go to the barman and sort of say, I'll have a wine too.
Another bottle?
Yeah, but do you have anything a little bit more gritty?
Maybe break up some of the cork in it and.
Oh, that sounds divine.
This one's got quite a lot of bits in it. You see, he kind of shakes it, and you can see this kind of like fruity, almost like what's dissolved in like almost like a compote is like shaken up inside it. It's that fruit wine. Quite seedy, if that's what you're looking for.
All wine's made of fruit.
Well, not just grapes. Other summer berries. Summer berry wine.
I
So
genuinely
sangria.
nearly just said, you've clearly never heard of tomato wine. I will hit myself.
So summer berries
Yes, summer berries. Yes.
and summer grapes,
Why does I don't know about the grapes.
but some of them are berries.
Yes. And next.
That was very funny.
yeah. A couple of pints of ale and.
Thank God. Just pause them.
3 double whiskies, 2 triple whiskies, and
A bottle of whiskey.
2
That's 12 whiskies.
more double.
He just puts the bottle on the table, slides the 2 shot glasses over to you.
It's gonna be a long night.
I realise our tab might be a bit more, so I'll also slide him a bar of silver that I have.
Cool. Yeah. You
Jesus Christ!
You see, he kind of gets this hefty bar. So, okay. Smacks it under the table.
Half his
I'm a
body
level
weight.
baby. I don't know what things are worth.
I see
That
the
gets-
bar of silver go open. 3 bottles of whiskey and 2 more ales.
We do also
And
have
I'll have some
200
extra
gold for
grit.
Garrow that I just have. I took that off of him last time.
Oh, well, that could have. Never
I kind of forgot about that. But like, thanks for paying, by the way.
It's alright.
But also,
You see as he gets like a funnel and pours some of the like bar nuts into your wine.
Nice.
Take all of this and go to that pretty rainforest.
Oh, yeah.
Anything for rodeo or coroner?
Diesel, unleaded.
Kind of like gets the thing into like a jerry can to go.
Actually, can I just have an empty pint glass?
Yeah.
Cool. All of the whiskey.
Drink from the bottle.
I'm gonna take the bottle of mead that he poured like a thimbleful out for Reed. I'll just take the rest of the bottle.
Anything else?
I'll also take an unleaded diesel, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's okay.
I'll have that if you don't want it.
Oh, it's not for drinking.
Oh, don't arson things.
Oh no, we just give quite flammable materials.
Oh God.
I've heard something happens at midnight. And it's
Oh,
to
yes.
be seen.
Yes.
What happens?
Oh, Myzark will be at the top of his, at the pinnacle of the tooth, and you might see a display from him.
Nice.
Oh,
Display of
that's
what?
great.
He's been on the set for hours. He just vomits.
What up, everybody?
Well, it's New Year's Eve again.
It's the Chunder Dragon.
He just
Liquid gold.
He vomits coins.
Everyone does.
Would we be able to see that from the rainforest?
Maybe not if you're in under the trees, but if you step outside from the trees, I'm sure you'd be able to see it from the greens.
All right, we'll step out at midnight.
It won't happen exactly at midnight, but you'll know.
It's not very punctual, is it?
Well, he's with his family, I presume,
All right.
as most of us are. And you kind of see as he kind of like looks over towards like a family photo over at the back. They're actually just upstairs.
Oh,
That's a Windows.
Miss you, Papa.
It's an animated picture.
oh.
I think at the mention of family, Quinn gets notably dour and then just walks out.
Cool. Yeah, you do kind of bust on out and Happy New Year's. Enjoy the show.
Oh, that's a good point. Reed will start going around the bar just wishing everyone Happy New Year, shaking their hands.
The elf and the halfling that were merrily singing along before with Appleby kind of get you in on like a big hug and like
Flush me with one hand.
they think you're pretty cute. They've never seen a fairy before and like they're all kind of like getting a bit too handsy as they're quite drunk as well. Not in that way, but like you're tiny and it's hard not to just grab your whole body.
There's glitter everywhere.
But for you, that's like they're like big chunks of salt. So yeah, you do you go around. Everyone seems pretty merry in here. There are the occasional ones like Quinn who seem a little bit down and dour. They'd rather be somewhere else on New Year's. But yeah, as you make the rounds and the rest of you head on out back into the greens, heading over towards the rainforest. A little rainforest cafe experience.
Nice.
Okay, yeah.
Real quick.
Yes.
With the whole like Myzark at the top of the tower thing, because it's a dragon thing, would Rodeo have ever heard about it? Just because obviously like it's a big part of her culture, and even if she's never seen it before, I don't know if
Yes.
it would be like a ritual that she would be at least vaguely familiar with.
You're very correct. Actually, from your religion, you can give me either a religion check at advantage or a history check at regular.
Am I good at either of those? No. Oh, it's a flat 0 for either. Which was the one that gave me advantage?
Religion.
Cool. Oh, 18 though.
Nice. You would have definitely heard your father talk about going to see the dragons on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And it almost sounding like a pilgrimage for
Oh, to go to the Golden Tooth.
to go to
see
the Golden
it.
Tooth
Yeah.
to see whatever happens at New Year's Eve here.
Cool. That sounds about right. She was probably never considered important enough to go.
You would have probably noted that he would have only gone probably once in his life as
Yeah.
well.
Bit of a trek.
Yeah, it's a long way to go
quite a
actually
trek,
from
yeah.
where she's from. But yeah, she would never have been given the opportunity to go, I don't think. Cool. She's a bit more interested. She probably did know that years ago, but has kind of forgotten about it now that she's been told about it again. She's like, oh yeah.
That's the thing Dad went to.
That's the
once.
thing that Dad went to once. He brought me back a shitty keyring.
Just like Myzark's face. Like
It's-
Got a little
yeah.
LED in it.
It's got no googly eyes. One of those
cool.
t-shirts is like, I went to the Golden Tooth and all I got was gold vomit on me.
Cool, so yeah, as you stroll on through the greens to this rainforesty area, you do notice as you kind of get into the proximity of it, as it does get hot and humid, and Reed, you feel at home here. This is much like the Magenti from where you originate. It feels about as close to home as you've been since you've been on this continent. As you kind of get close, further and further into it, the trees get closer and closer. You can really feel that hot, sticky air. The rest of you, it's a little bit uncomfortable, apart from you, Coroner, obviously, you feel fine here. And Shadow, you're used to intense desert heat. While this is a little bit uncomfortable with the humidity, not a huge problem for you either, as you kind of go on in. The two of you, the three of you, definitely not sweating, but the rest of you, is it getting warm in here, even in this kind of nighttime air?
Is there anyone else in here that we see? Or is it kind of just us?
You could all give me a perception check if you like to check it out.
Tom.
Oh god.
13.
Less than.
22.
Nice.
Non nat 20.
Nice.
11.
Cool. Reed and Rodeo, you notice a lot of animals and sort of little creepy crawlies going around here, but you don't seem to see any other people here.
Cool. I strip down my pants.
Sweet, yeah, you do so.
Oh, okay.
It's hot.
Kind of the pale skin of Wayland was fairly tanned, but as you take off the clothes and kind of reveal his less
beautiful.
tanned.
It's beautiful.
Oh, you're
You've changed
beautiful,
back,
you.
haven't you?
As pale as a corpse.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, your pale body is shining in this kind of dark forest as a lot of you look towards Quinn as they.
Mr. Burns.
That's a bit better. I hope.
Oh,
God.
painful image.
That radioactive episode.
We bring love.
It brings love, can it?
As Reed, you feel this kind of connection to nature that you've not felt in a while. You kind of put your tiny hand to a tree here, and you can almost feel the connection to the Majanti here. And you think just by touching this, these trees maybe not grew in the Majanti, but these definitely came from seeds that were once from where your home is.
It's like home.
Yeah.
Oh, you knew that. Okay.
Well, I mean, it is like home.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I think these trees are like literally like either from there or like, they copied them. I don't know if you could do that with, you could do that with plants. You know, take a bit of a plant, make a new one. These are Majanti copies.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Hug a tree branch. It's nice, isn't it?
I'll hug a tree branch.
Yeah, you
as
get it.
Well,
Nice, yeah, you kind of
yeah, it's great, mate.
both just start hugging this tree as Quinn disrobes.
We've not even started drinking yet. What are you all doing?
Well, it was a half-hour walk between the tavern and
Yeah,
the
we've been
rainforest.
drinking.
Yeah, we've been drinking on the way.
Managed to get a few in.
Yeah, I'm
it's not
4
mine,
ales
anyway.
deep now. I've just got whiskey left.
A pint of whiskey.
Reed will be like looking for like a little like clearing, ideally, preferably like a circular clearing.
You kind of get towards the middle of this and you find exactly that, in fact, as the trees here appear to be shaped into a clearing, this small grove in the middle of this jungle. You see a light canopy of trees covers over the top of this otherwise clear area, providing you with a little bit of shade from the kind of the moonlight that is quite strong in the Golden Tooth, but otherwise you can see stars glimmering through the kind of the dappled branches, and this seems like a very lovely area. And you actually see as a few trees, not cut down, but have actually been grown in a way that they form two kind of arcing benches on either side of this grove. But in these trees still alive, and you see as after they kind of become the benches, they then arc up into becoming full trees that grow and are part of this grove.
Well, this seems pretty ideal. This is what like where I used to do this sort of thing. I appreciate this is all a lot about me. So does anyone else have any other like New Year's traditions you want to like weld into the whole thing?
Not unless anyone's going to get injured.
It's not out of the question.
Then
Yeah,
we'll wait and see.
ain't off the cards yet.
Take it away.
Okay, nice. We want you to make yourself comfortable. I've got to do some. Do you prefer like eating or drinking? Generally,
In what context?
Yeah, you
just like generally, if you were to consume a foodstuff, would you prefer it to be liquid or solid?
I like a liquid, I have a beak.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I'll probably just liquid it all then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to do a bit of prep. So chat amongst yourselves, have a drink. Yeah, and in the middle, I'll druid craft a little campfire, and then
Nice.
Reed reaches into their like backpack and pulls out a tiny little saucepan.
You do so as you kind of
What
twizzle
kind
your
of bullshit are you up to?
you twizzle your arms, and the kind of sticks that were in the middle of this grove kind of bundle together and dry out immediately as this flame begins to crackle in the middle of them. You feel your druidic magic actually here feels a little bit stronger.
Nice. Okay, and yeah, they'll reach into a pocket and pull out like a little pouch.
Yep.
How long do you reckon this will take?
Oh, like couple, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that.
In which case, Cardinal will sit down and start ritually casting Detect Poison and Disease.
Cool.
Just in case.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've got two things.
Yeah.
One, I'm going to hand you the notebook that the kobolds had on them. Because I don't read Dragon, but I assume you
I
do.
forgot about that. Yes, I can read Draconic.
So here's this.
Where'd you get that from? Oh, out the
Yeah.
window.
Belonged
All
to
right.
one of the little koboldy people. They threw it away. Yours now.
Must have dropped it when they ran off.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah. Coroner's an earshot. Be quiet.
Yeah, just like winkering slowly.
Yeah.
I'm always an earshot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm the earshot.
And then Quinn. I took this off of what's his face, and it's the lightning blade, but at the moment it's not lightning.
Damn.
Are you able to tell me what it is?
Absolutely. It should be finished up by about the time he is. And
Nice.
I'll just pull out my book and start ritually casting Identify.
Nice.
Everyone do your
Everyone's
rituals.
doing things.
Anyone else got a ritual?
It's not a ritual, but I've got some reading to do.
Nice. Yeah.
What does that know?
I'll just start playing a slightly stripped back version of the Elseworld song that was playing in the bar.
The theme tune.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so if you are going to do that,
Yeah.
I'm going to sidle on over to where you're playing,
Yeah.
and just from my various bags that I keep under my robes for canonical purposes,
Yeah.
I'm just going to pull out what looks like a very long stick at first attached to a bag. And then you see that there's a few other sticks attached to the bag.
Oh no.
Nice.
I'm just going to start playing the bagpipes with you. Playing along to the Ellseworld thing.
Fuck yeah.
It's taken this long for bagpipes to come out.
You see, as you do that as well, Shadow, Azori begins to assemble these finely crafted, what looks like stone slabs in front of him as he takes a seat between next to you and Appleby, as he does indeed create a little stone xylophone out of the rocks he has been carving, including one of the keys is actually part of the crystal he fell in, as he begins to ding 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 ding.
We have
Plays along.
this is some fucking vibes.
This is amazing.
This is how Missouri and I pass the time.
Yeah.
Reed starts
So
like
this is a little
stirring
jam.
the pot in time to
This
the
is a
music.
little jam session going on.
Is anyone
Great.
lower than full health right now?
Apparently. But I think we must have rested
we must
since I
have
got
done.
hit.
We heard it when we leveled up.
Yeah. I
I
can't
mean, we've
remember
got
when I
enough time to
hit.
kill here anyway to have a
I've
short
got
rest.
the level up hit pre-troll fight, and I actually don't think you guys have fully rested since the troll fight.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, there
I
you
didn't
go.
take any
Then, yeah,
damage, but I used my
I'm
abilities.
very bloody.
Oh, I'm fine as well.
Coroner's been like sparking this whole time.
Anyone,
A spider.
anyone who's not their best then? Well, Coroner clearly.
Yeah.
Who else? Quinn, did you say you're fine?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Everyone else pretty fine health-wise. Okay then, in that case, Coroner, Azuri, and Shadow,
Hello.
because you're playing with me as well. As I play, the song just fills the air with the sweet scent of just bloomed flower buds, and you regain 3 hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
And you just get a pleasant feeling.
What is that melody?
Unchained.
Yeah.
As a lot of you are playing, we'll resolve the book first.
Yeah.
You flick through. Beginning, it appears to be some kind of journal written from the kobold's point of view. These creatures do not seem intelligent, and it is quite sloppily written. But it seems like these two kobolds were going around the town looking for people. And as you continue to flick through, you do actually notice in the back there are some signatures of various people.
As people that they've been looking for, or names that I would recognise.
There is one name that you recognise in there, and you see a signature of Lil Blue in there.
Oh, okay.
Just on its own page, nothing else but the signature.
Okay. Also, I'd kind of forgotten about him.
Yeah.
We sent him to go get our stuff, and now we can't go back.
We sent him to kill the guy.
Yeah, but I was using it as a way of him getting my stuff back.
Yeah, he will have taken everything he
Yeah,
found if he
he's
lived.
got my stuff.
He's got
Never
everyone's
mind.
stuff.
Fuck it. Never mind.
Easiest way is to go to that dragon's lair and see.
I guess. But if he's already gone there and killed him and taken all the stuff, then
Then
if
we
he
get to
hasn't,
hang out in a dragon's lair.
we can hang out in a dragon's lair. I have a flick through if there are dates in it, or at least go to like the more recent section and see if
Cool.
we're in there and what they say about us.
You do indeed find a little bit about you. From this, it seems like they were indeed watching you as you went to Dr. Geraldo's place, and they write about their encounter that they had with Shadow outside there where Shadow scared them off, and then it just mentions that they're going to try and find you again.
But it doesn't necessarily say, like, who they're reporting to or what they're going to tell their boss or anything?
Doesn't seem to be anything like that, and you notice through the kind of reading that
I can't imagine it's very detailed.
It's not very detailed, and they don't mention, other than that signature of little blues, they don't mention the blue bloods an awful lot.
Okay. Well, they are super dead, so...
Maybe killing some just fanboys.
Yeah, that's just their autograph book. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh, these guys are cool. We should get signatures from them.
No loose ends.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep hold of it for now.
Cool.
But I'm guessing there probably isn't much else.
Yeah, you don't...
There's no like, looks like this bit's written in invisible ink or something stupid.
Give me another investigation check
Sure.
to see if you can find anything secret in there.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Unfortunately, there's nothing else secret.
Damn it.
But you are 100%
I'm
certain.
so sure. I sniff and lick every page.
And as
Just
you,
go through every single one. Like,
That's why I can't read Draconic.
you've got to taste the words.
it's a multi-sensory experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What if Rodeo eats so much paper?
As Rodeo's munching on some New Year's Eve paper,
I keep offering you consultations.
we'll go. Dan and
a
Jamie,
nesting
roll
habit.
off. Just straight roll off. And you, Jay.
What am I doing?
Rolling off with Dan.
Fuck, why? Net 20.
Oh, come on.
Fuck, we're wasting
Your
20
ritual
left and
goes
right.
off first. Detect poison and disease.
Yeah.
How does that spell work?
I can fucking tell you,
You know
so
of
I
poison
can.
disease in the area.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have
I'm
been
interested in
poisoned.
what this shows up.
Yeah.
This is exactly why I'm doing it, in case you do something weird. I don't
so
know where the
intrigued.
card
Something
is.
weird in this party?
Never.
For the duration,
it's
which
so.
is 10 minutes, you can sense the presence and locations of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of copper metal, and a sheet of lead. The 3 are all of it.
You are immediately bombarded by the vast plethora of bugs that are surrounding you that appear to be some kind of toxic. You can sense worms, beetles, insects. They all seem to have at least some kind of minor level of poison on them, as you just kind of see your world light up as this spell goes off. A few hot spots also come up on the alcohol that you've all brought into this glade, and glowing at a similar level is the potion that Reed is stirring on the middle in this fire.
Oh, it glows!
You don't see this at all.
Oh!
But yeah, you notice that this, if you zone in onto those things, you notice that the alcohol is, of course, alcohol, and is poisonous in that regard, and these would appear to be some kind of hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Oh, good. Okay, cool, sweet.
Cool.
Nice.
Reed's gonna get us tripping balls. Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Sweet, yeah, I'm just going to keep that up.
Cool.
You don't
It's-
mention it to anyone.
No one get bit by anything, and don't...
You kind of see, actually, as all of you are kind of standing around, kind of where your footprints are, the bugs seem to be, like, fleeing away from where you guys are.
Just don't get bit. And maybe question what Reed's doing.
Oh!
I'm always questioning what Reed's doing.
Cool, as that finishes up, your identify goes off.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You feel that as you kind of get this connection with this blade, you feel that it's a +1 longsword, that instead of dealing 1d8/1d10 damage, it always deals 1d10 damage, even if you have it in one hand.
Oh, that's cool.
And also
is
does
it
lightning
lightning
damage
damage?
rather than slashing damage.
That's cool. Cool.
So it's a
So
lightsaber.
to give it back to you.
Nice.
What the hell's a D10?
Kind of feels like this.
Oh yeah, and it's attunement. Should say that.
Nice.
Cool. And then, last but not least, you feel as this kind of mushroom tea is ready, as you have prepared it in the way that your ancestors taught you and their ancestors taught them before you, as you prepare this New Year's Eve tradition.
Cool.
Would you like to describe anything about it?
Yeah. Right, everyone. Drinks ready. So, we gotta let it cool. It's hot right now, and I don't want to burn your little mouthies. And part of this is like a thing that we do at home. It's just like a nice way to see in the new year, to look forward to winter, and all that brings. So what we usually do back home, you guys are a little bit bigger, so we're going to have a bigger circle than normal. Let's just sort of commune on the floor in a little circle, and I've got a couple of little prayers and some interactive bits, and then we're going to have a little drink. Warning. So the drink makes you talk to plants, basically. That's why we do it. We sort of commune with the nature around us. It's super fun. It's a really nice way to, connect with nature before, the death of winter comes in and then rebirth after that. It's all cool.
Yeah, nice.
Cool. So if you want to talk to plants, I don't know how it'll work with you, Coroner.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think, if you want, we'll just sort of pour it down your beak and see what happens.
Fine, sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
It goes in the petrol hole.
Yeah, but it's really nice. It's honestly like
If you get through your eye socket.
this is like one of my favourite things that we do at home. It's probably my top 50 favourite rituals that we have. So that's good.
Nice.
Out of how many?
We've got
You can't ask a man how many rituals he does.
significant ones. They're sort of like about sort of 50. And then technically you could have a ritual every day because every day is a blessing.
I resist the urge to punch Reed in the face.
But yeah, some of
Let him cook.
some of the like leader ones are, they pray like most days. They got little things they go out and do. But I was more like whittling little animals and stuff rather than rituals. Anyway,
You see, as you've been stirring this pot and kind of explaining what these kind of teas do, out of the ground, 7 of these rooty protrusions begin to grow out of the ground, actually form into little cups made out of this sort of almost barky texture as they all grow out of the ground in preparation. You see, something to do with the druid craft you cast this area is allowing you to... There's some kind of connection with you in this area.
Reed's like, it was a relief because I did not know what we were going to drink out of.
Do you not bring paper cups?
I didn't even think of hats. Yeah, so you all kind of come around and like, right, yeah, and Reed pours a bit in every cup. Does everyone want some? Does anyone not want tea?
Absolutely.
Okay, nice. Don't drink it yet. Right. Watch yourself. You want to make sure we've done the prayer first. Just get
The prayer.
It gets nature inside. Right. First, we'll start with the Yule prayer. I've not done this in a while. I've never led this. This is so exciting. Reed grabs whoever's next to them's hand.
Should we be sitting, standing?
Oh yeah, sit down. Get as close to the nature and plants as you can. Thanks. I'm grateful for that which I have. I am not sorrowful for that which I do not have. I am more than others. I have more than others, less than some, but regardless, I am blessed by what is mine. And then we sort of go around in a circle and say what we're thankful for from the previous year. So you can go first.
I'm thankful for regained sentience and people I can trust.
Nice, don't drink yet.
Appleby, while you were saying that, was sort of trying to repeat what you were saying under his breath as well, sort of just confirm what you were saying, basically. So he's sort of still going, not sorrowful for what I do not have.
I have more than others.
More than others.
Less than some.
Less than some.
But regardless, I am blessed by what is mine.
I am blessed by what is mine.
Yeah.
How very, very, wordy.
Oh, the next one's longer. Sorry.
No. When you use words in a good way, I'm thankful that we're all here, and my foot functions.
Yeah.
Mostly normally.
Well, yes. So it does.
Yeah, have you seen? Look at this! And he sort of flexes the toes and like a little.
Oh.
Talk about that later, maybe.
Nice.
Yep.
I think that's him.
I didn't want to start in case there was more. I normally give you a 2-minute sort of
Sorry, my hands get clammy. Pretend we're still
pause time.
It's always appreciated, Shadow.
No problem. I'm grateful for the time I get to spend travelling with friends, for meeting all of you, and for being able to do this again. And as I say, this, just a dagger made of shadow, appears in my hand, coalesces into a solid, and I throw it up into the air, and as soon as it's in the air, it dissipates.
Huh.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks. It was like 60, 70 years ago I used to just do that, and then it stopped, and now it's back.
I didn't realise you were a practitioner of magic.
I'm not, which is really peculiar as to how I can do that.
I didn't realise you were a juggler.
Is it juggling if the thing you juggle doesn't come back down again?
One of the prime rules of juggling, Reed, one of the prime rules is that what goes up may continue to go up.
Yep. I'll add that to the list of things I've learned.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm glad I got to use that. That's what I've had in the bank since before the campaign.
The Apple Bank.
And I'm grateful for whatever interaction that just was. Corin, please save me.
I can't from this.
Okay.
No one can.
Oh fuck! I'm grateful that I have found my calling this past year, or another calling, I guess, and I'm excited to see where that leads me. That's all I say.
I'm grateful for my freedom, for new folks to ride alongside me that I can trust, and I'll be honest, what you said about having more than most but less than some, I've lost almost everything that I ever had in the last couple years, and I ain't currently in a position to get any of it back, but I have been placed on a path where I believe that in the future, maybe not in this new year, but a new year somewhere in the future, I may actually be able to get back those things that I will be thankful for.
I'm thankful for being here with you. And the dinosaur, he's cool.
Any good fun?
Yeah, that was going to be my one. Yeah, I'm thankful for, having found the closest thing I think I can get to a family this far away from my own. I may never find my family again. They're very hard to locate. So it's nice to be here. I'm thankful that I'm not dead yet. And I welcome the new year because it's another year of being alive before I die. So that's nice, isn't it? Having the best time. Okay.
Start.
So that's the Yule prayer. Now we're going to welcome in winter, and then we're going to drink and connect with nature. So you can repeat along if you want, but it's quite a lengthy one, so I'll probably just do it myself. And Reed flutters up a bit above you guys so that they're slightly illuminated by there's glitter raining down on you and stuff like that. See the grey skies overhead preparing the way for the bright sun soon to come. See the grey skies overhead preparing the way for the world to awake once more. See the grey skies overhead preparing the way for the dead and dying to find their peace. See the grey skies overhead preparing the way for the sun to finally return, bringing with it light in warmth in new life.
A new life.
Yeah.
New life.
New life.
Speaking of new life, drink the tea, boys.
Constitution saving throw, everybody, please.
Including me.
You can have it advantage,
I
as
choose
can
to
you.
fail?
I think I choose to fail.
You can absolutely choose to fail.
I'm failing this shit. Let's go for it wrong.
That's a legendary fail.
Ooh! Cool. You died.
You're going on a trip.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Overdoses and explodes.
You put it in the wrong entry port.
Cool. 17.
Straight to the CPU.
Yeah, exactly.
Have passed. You chose to fail?
Choosing to fail.
Choose to
I'm
fail?
also choosing a fail.
Yep.
19.
19, that's also a pass.
Legendary fail.
21.
21, that's a pass. Cool. All of you that failed, could you all roll me a D100 as a wild magic surge is going?
Oh god!
81.
What have you done, Kane?
81, bear with.
All of you cast Fireball. Sentinels.
This is the Dungeoneers Pack wild magic table.
Oh no, is this the one where the sun
no.
explodes?
Cool, 81.
Sadly.
81.
Cool. The nearest druid is teleporting to the canopy of the nearest tree. So, as soon as Quinn sips this potion, their eyes just glow bright and lock onto you, Reed. As your eyes then glow as well, and you are just teleported from about 3 feet to the right into the canopy of the
so
nearest
it's not
tree.
actually that spectacular.
Cool.
Didn't we do that to
As
Boris once?
soon as
Yeah,
that
he was
happened,
miles
Shadow
away.
would pounce on Quinn. Because that just looked like attack.
Cool. We'll resolve that in a second. Appleby, D100, please.
50.
50.
The nearest rogue gets teleported to the canopy of the
We're very out of ideas
Yeah.
when we were at this table.
Cool. Appleby. You get this strange feeling, and you hear in your head this cackle. You hear. And then after that laugh, you hear this kind of suppericious voice in your ear saying, Oakwood, is it? Find me, and I'll do you a favour.
Who are you, spirit?
Oh yeah, they happen sometimes.
I am no spirit, Oakwood. I am a hag. And you hear nothing more as this laughter returns in your head. And you are given this image of a section of forest that you know. It's an area near Pondroth, your home, where you're from. And you kind of feel like you have been just directed to a location.
A hag quest now.
I love a hag quest.
Yeah.
You guys ever really just looked at your hands?
All right, Jamie. Give me 2 D100s.
2 D100.
Good too.
So the
It's a legendary fail.
yeah.
That's honestly incredible.
The first one is 15, the second is 29.
15. for
1
the
5
first
2
one.
9.
15 for the first one.
Oh no.
Cool.
My teeth about to rotate.
You don't have any teeth, you're fine.
No, your beak's upside
Someone
down.
else's teeth.
But what you see, what you all see, and Coroner, what you feel for the very first time is just as feet of hair begin to grow out of your metallic scalp as you get roll me a D4.
It's gone way better.
3.
You get 3 feet of hair growing out the top of your otherwise metal cranium into this lovely, let's say, dark black hair just kind of grows out of you and just drops down to about probably about mid-chest height.
Great.
That's, and what was the second one?
29?
29. Nice.
Please don't end the world. I just want to have a fun time.
This one can't affect you, so roll again.
Oh,
What was it out
but
of
the hair can?
Doesn't matter.
1.
Off of it. 1. Literally 1.
1. I got 00 and
Cool.
a 1.
Roll me a D4.
Oh god. 2.
Cool, you roll twice more on this table.
Yes!
This is the most
Yes,
fun
there
thing
it is.
ever.
This is it for like another hour, isn't
Orange is
it?
just fucking This is the- flashing with lights.
Flailing on the floor.
27 and 89. I
27.
hope I get crabs. I think crabs is on here.
Cool, you all hear as smooth jazz begins to play sourcelessly around the area. Yep, and what's the other one?
What was that?
That one was 27.
89.
89.
Oh my god, this has got way worse than I thought. We haven't got to the bit I prepped.
Cool, you look at the alcohol around you and you suddenly are fascinated by how it is produced, and you feel like you really want to get into brewing and some kind of like you really feel the urge to get really into brewing as you become heavily invested in a new hobby.
Yes.
I'd like to say at the end of that one, it just says brackets. We're starting to run out of ideas.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It was exactly
I turned to him and was like, what have you done to me? And then I bust out my alchemist kit and go, Beaky Pete, find me fruit! And I throw him into the sky.
Cool. Right, have a point of inspiration.
I'm upside down in a tree. I'm like, I don't even shadow on top
Upside
of
down
me.
the tree. Smooth Jazz is playing.
What the fuck
You're
happened?
starting out a fucking microbrewery out of a suitcase.
Microbrewery out of my new afro.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, yeah, you've got hair as well.
It's
Did you? Oh no, you got
it's
as
like
well.
it's like iron wool. It's
Oh yeah, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
It's
fun.
like dead straight and just
It's
like
perfect.
rotating with you.
Someone gets out the electric sword and it all curls.
Cool. Now, if you
What the fuck did you put in this shit?
It just makes you talk to plants normally.
I found the poison and the disease.
I've never cast a spell that quick.
Cool. After that has all gone off, the effects of the mushrooms themselves actually begin to kick in. Could you read? Could you roll me a d12?
Yeah, go on then. 9.
9. Sweet. So. Cool. So, as well as gaining the ability to speak with plants, as you know these mushrooms give your folk of people the ability to do, you also feel like you've gained a new way of perceiving the reality around you. Your wisdom score is going to increase by 2, and your intelligence is going to reduce by 2 for... Give me a roll of 1d4.
2.
Cool. For 2 hours, your wisdom's up by 2 and your intelligence is down by 2.
Nice.
Dan, give
Nice.
me a d12.
Can do.
And also give me 1d4 as well.
Cool. 2 on the d12.
Cool.
2 on the d4.
Cool. As a failure, you take 2 points of psychic damage. And what was on the d12? Sorry, 2 as well.
2 as well.
2 as well. That actually... What happens here is a very curious event.
Oh no.
As you feel like this repressed memory begins to bubble up inside you, and you feel as though this memory is going to cause you some immense pain. You feel this kind of vision of your family begin to surge up inside you, and this loss, this pang of loss begins to well up inside you, and then something in the mushroom just cuts that dead. Roll me a d100.
Oh my god. 28.
28. Keep a track of that amount of days, please, on your character sheet somewhere.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Cool. Appleby, roll me a d4 and also a d12.
3 and a 4.
What's on the d4?
3 on the 4.
Cool. As you take these mushrooms, they take you into not such a good place. You relive the knife throwing.
Okay.
As this event just jams itself into your mind, you take 3 points of psychic damage. What did you get on d12 again?
4.
4. Cool. Roll me a d6. Roll again on a 6.
1.
1. You gain, after drinking this tea, you look towards Reed and you just feel this immense connection towards them, and you really feel like you want to be their friend. You really respect the things that they've been doing in this time that you've known them, and so much so that you actually feel like you might have learned something from Reed, and you can actually take a proficiency from one of Reed proficiencies.
No. What? Let's see.
I just got childhood trauma.
It won't. It's not permanent.
Yeah. My whiz has gone up to a 20 and my intelligence down to an 8.
Nice.
So Reed is so in tune with nature, but every time we try and talk, then it's like, yeah?
Not much has changed really.
No. Cannot read books anymore.
Also, give me a d100 there as well at the end, Tom.
What do you go for?
Survival.
Nice, good choice.
D100. 100.
100. Keep a track of that amount of days in your character sheet. That's how long you'll have that proficiency for.
Wow. Oh wow.
Dang. Sorry, mate. Pretty good.
So you're gonna have bad dreams for 28 days.
What I will say is, Dan, yours is actually one of the better ones.
Yeah. Damn.
Shadow, you passed the save, so just a d12 for you.
1.
Cool.
Perish.
You immediately feel this connection between yourself and something that you've not felt in a very long time. You feel a connection to the Great Locks, and you feel that you have the power within you at some point to cast the commune spell with the Great Locks.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
You can do that once, and
God on speed dial.
Damn.
D12 from you, Jay.
I also failed.
You also failed, yes, you did.
failed so
yes.
bad.
Yeah, roll me 2d4s, and yeah.
God, that legendary fail was
Ripped a
crazy.
corner.
Double ones on the default.
Double ones, cool. That's 2 points of psychic damage to
How
you.
many hit points do you have?
1!
Oh my god.
That left you on one?
Yes!
You, oh my god.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're fucking one.
And I got a 10.
You got a 10.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, if Reed had killed you with mushrooms.
Yeah, we maybe should have written
These aren't
that
going to
before.
affect me. Explodes.
As the,
Grow his hair and die.
you see all this poison around you, you feel like you're able to identify these things quicker and quicker and quicker. And it's actually not that that's happening, but you feel like you're actually gaining the ability to manipulate time somewhat. As a reaction, you get 2 uses of this ability. As a reaction, after you or a creature you can see within 30 feet makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can force it to re-roll. You can make this decision after you see whether the roll succeeds or fails, and it must use the second roll. Yeah, you have 2 uses of that ability.
Any time period, or?
No time period on that one, you think?
2 uses. Just 2 uses.
That's actually quite juicy.
Basically force 2 rerolls.
It sort of works like how the
Cornish wizard.
yeah. Mhm.
The what was it?
The time wizards, where they can reverse 6 seconds and make you retake a roll, Emma.
And Rodeo, just
Yes.
a d12 from you, please.
5.
5 for 5. Give me a d100 roll, please.
Oh no.
6.
I can't remember which way round it
63.
goes.
Yeah.
63. Oh,
Cool.
yes, upside
Keep
down.
track of that many days on your character sheet, and you feel after drinking this like you have a much deeper understanding of how people tick and how they work, and you think you've got some kind of bonus to your insight here.
Ooh. But I don't know. If you could put a number on it, El.
There is no number on it.
Oh.
Would you like to make a check to see what you got here? Or are you happy to keep it a mystery?
No, I'd keep it a mystery. I think in the moment, because that all happened very, very quickly, I think as Shadow's either still on top of or kind of letting go, realizing that it's
Just fucking learn to handle your shit.
So mushroom stuff. I think Quinn will just slowly get dressed and tear up
Oh,
and just
we're naked this whole time.
and just walk out, kind of maybe 10 feet out through the trees, being forced to see that memory.
You didn't see the memory at all.
Okay.
You felt like it was coming up, and then something in the mushroom blocked it and the damage.
Okay, got you.
So you're fine.
Okay,
So
they
you
probably wouldn't leave. They'd probably just be a bit shaken and get
Cool.
dressed.
Absolutely, no worries. But yeah, you didn't take that psychic damage, and yeah, you feel like that memory was actually repressed somewhat. You just felt like the kind of it was coming in, but didn't actually appear.
Reed's thanks, tree, and just falls to the ground and then starts chatting to any plant that they see in front of them. And then occasionally will turn around and be like, how's everyone else doing?
That was strange.
Yeah.
It hurt.
I'm a master of time.
Quinn, I don't want to make it weird, but the grass is sad that you've put your clothes back on. Thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, can any of us understand what plants are saying?
No, doesn't seem like it.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
God, they're loud, aren't they?
None of you rolled that effect on the table.
Oh, okay.
That only affects fairies in that way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, they're so loud. They're always talking. It's crazy. Nice one. Yeah. So, enjoy that. Oh, boy, they're so loud. I miss this.
Hey, hey, buddy.
Hi.
How long does this last for?
Oh, depends on, I don't know, how long can I talk to plants for? As long as the spell lasts for.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Reed.
Hi.
Reed, this is quite something.
Isn't it? I know. Life changing.
Hey, Reed.
Oh
How is it for you? Are you having a good time?
yeah. Good. Yeah. 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 No. Shh. Not right. I'm talking to my friend. Just staring at a mushroom. Stop it.
What? What's the
You look great though.
Yeah.
I don't
Does
know.
this happen every new
A
year?
very sudden decision that
No.
you've made with your look here, but
I
I'm
don't
kind of
know
into
where
it.
this came from. I've lost my peripheral vision.
Oh.
Here, let me get that for you. And Rodeo just starts like braiding the hair.
You can like literally like wires crossing. It's
Yeah,
like
my
literally just
God.
start like
It's
braiding
like
it all
folding
up into a big
paper
like,
What happens with zero, by
ponytail.
the way?
oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh god. Let's make a save.
Oh god.
Okay. He passes the save
Nice.
with a 19.
Good job, buddy.
Expect nothing less.
So he'll just be
Absolute
taking
champion.
his thing. What did he get? An 11. Interesting.
Ooh, a lemon.
10 minutes.
Yeah. Cool. You kind of like feel. You kind of look towards Zuri and like you can't really see anything different about them. Just kind of like they're just like sitting and just like bobbing along to the smooth jazz that's playing. Just
Oh, that's
ambiently.
still going.
that's
It's
it.
still
Yeah.
going on.
Reed.
Hi.
Reed. Hi. What have the trees got to say? What, are the trees
Oh.
saying anything about me?
Yeah. Well. Don't. That one's a bit of an asshole, so I'm not going to talk to him. But any others? What do you want to say? Can you not hear them?
I heard that.
Yeah. Did you catch me? I feel like you pulled me out of the air. Rude.
Wasn't I?
Sorry.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
That's
Cool.
a new spell I've been working on.
Nice. Well, it was pretty effective. I was upside down in a tree.
I didn't mean to do that to you,
Oh.
but it just kind of came out.
Yeah.
Not,
Okay.
not common with wizards.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've not really seen people have this kind of reaction. Usually, we just sort of talk to plants.
Bless.
Sorry.
I'd love to be talking to the plants right now. What are the other trees saying? Have any of them heard of me?
Trees.
You kind of like break up the conversation. So I'm busy. Yes.
Hi. Sorry. Weird. We can talk for a bit. Have you heard of Appleby Oakwood?
They might know me as something different. Most trees know me as Chansey.
Oh, Chansey.
The Pokemon?
No. Okay.
We don't get out much.
They said they don't get out much, but they might have heard of you.
Oh,
Yeah. That's pretty good for a tree. Usually they don't know anyone.
Reed, do you think I'm a bad person?
Oh. No. Weird, but that's good. No, you're not bad. You're alright.
You're good. You're like
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah. Well done.
Oh, are you comfy?
What's that?
Because I can do it with people with plants, I can make them like mould themselves. Yeah. Reed will like bend down to the grass and be like, give everyone a chair. And the plants will just like sort of create like a cushioned like chaise lounge thing for everybody.
Yeah, you see its kind of roots grow over these already existing logs and kind of create like a padded log as you all feel like as it grows up underneath you as you're now nicely padded on these logs.
Wasn't it like, if not yesterday morning, the day before, that I was giving Appleby in a K-hole a cushion to hold?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was last night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because this is the sapphire dust.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
It's happening again.
I'll tell you what, it was.
You get a little like crunchy pillow from growing out of the ground.
Oh no! Did you snort more of those crystals?
Just cushions are good to hold, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Kind
Keep
of
'em
the
safe.
tree kind of. What is that? As it looks towards Appleby.
Yep. Good question. Not a clue. I think a little soily jester.
What are you doing here?
Oh, it's a new year. The winter's coming, and so.
So what are you doing here? You are one of us.
Oh yeah. Oh.
How did we get here?
That I don't know, but I would imagine. I mean, do you like it here? It's quite nice.
We are tended well.
Yeah, so I reckon somebody wanted to tend you, but they were too far away, so they brought you with them.
Are you staying?
I can come back, but I'm not staying for long. I'm kind of... I don't know how much you know about fairies, but I've got a lot to see and not much time.
And then I'm of your kind.
Yeah, I'm nearly 30.
I'm sorry.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it could go either way. And there's always an out, as we know. Looking forward to that festival.
You see, it's like two sticks. From like,
Finger guns.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it when I come back. Nice. Trees are nice here.
I need aid.
Oh, you're not doing great, buddy?
No.
Alright, hang on.
1 hit point.
Yeah.
1 hip.
Oh, I'm
have
sorry. You do
hair.
look kind of peaky.
I have hair, I
didn't.
feel very faint, and I have the uncontrollable desire to make ales.
Oh, that's cool. That must be what it does to robots. Healing word. D4 hit points plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which just went up because it's whiz.
Nice.
D4 plus 5.
Yeah, plus 5.
Roll
Roll-
two, roll
yeah, roll it for
2d4.
yourself.
Roll 2d4 in this place as your magic is heightened here.
We'll do one each.
Okay. 4.
Yeah, 1.
So you get 5.
Plus 5.
Add
So 10.
yeah, 10 hit points back.
I am aided.
Yeah, you're looking great now.
I'm feeling a lot better.
I like the hair. Super
Thank
cool.
you. It's nice now that it's plaited, I think.
Yeah.
You feel this like firm plait behind your head.
It's very neat.
Is this gonna stay? What?
I've no idea. I've never seen that.
Will I have follicles? Like, what do I do?
Who knows?
I got it where
I don't have
would
hair
normally.
I don't have hair either, so I know nothing about this.
As kind of this ritual comes to a close, is there anything you'd like to do here? Anyone?
Yeah, Coroner.
What?
Is there a good time to talk to God?
There's a bit. Which one?
Well, there's only one.
I'm quite confused what you're talking about.
When is a good time to talk to God?
It depends on your religion. I don't know who you worship.
Oh. I'm not comfortable divulging that in the group.
What's happening?
You, religion-y type.
Right, yeah, cleric.
So you are the best person to ask when to talk to God.
Right, so you're vaguely just wanting to have a spiritual experience.
No, I'm having one,
Oh, okay.
and I need to know when the best time to talk to God is.
Or anytime. Just
Fab, I cast commune.
Nice. You instantly feel translocated. Your spirit is in a different place immediately as you are taken to a plain unlike any you've seen before. The grassland extends out as far as you can see. You can see umbrella trees out into the distance. You see birds, four-winged, flying through the sky in great flocks. As you look up to see these birds, you see as they are cast in a purple sunset, as you see before you the plains of the Great Locks. A creature stands before you about 30 feet away, just Loxodon in form, and just sitting with their legs laying into a nice wet kind of pool in the middle of this otherwise fairly dry plain land before you. You see, as when your spirit arrives in this place, these set of eyes lock with you as this figure's head turns, and you see these just orbs of black meet your own eyes as you see some divine being sitting before you at the edge of this watering hole. You see to one side as well a Turkine Elquant of some size, bigger than you've seen. in a long time, and the spines, instead of the purple that you know, appear to be these blazing gold.
What do I look like here? Just looking down at myself.
You look almost like yourself, but as you kind of move your hand, you see as this trail of shadow follows behind it, and as you almost try to touch something, you reach out towards one of these nearby grasses. You try to put your hand through it, you just cannot touch anything as you dissipate like shadow.
Yep.
Greetings, my child. You come seeking the wisdom of the Locks.
I do.
Good. Take a seat, and you may ask your questions of me, his avatar.
Shadow will slowly walk over to the watering hole. They'll sit by it, but they wouldn't dare actually touch the water.
Kind of, as they see your hesitation, there's, please, the water is for all followers of the Locks.
In that case, they'll sit with their feet just perched in the water.
Cool. Your feet kind of touch this water. If you had taken any damage up to this point, you are healed up to maximum as this kind of energy just enervates into you, and you feel much like how you imagine Reed must have done in that in the kind of jungle region. You feel at home. You feel the plains around you, this cool water at your feet, and this seemingly Loxodon figure beside you, just watching you as you settle in here.
And commune is a yes or no question.
Commune is 3 questions. They will be correct as far as it is where, and it is a yes or no question.
I fear that I have lost my way. And I am hoping that in taking my friend Azori to meet his people, I may find direction to remove whatever it was that I was born with. Am I right?
You see, as there's a pause here, it says, no, but it is a worthy quest nonetheless.
That's fine. He's a good friend. Do any of those I travel with pose a danger to my kind or my family?
No.
Good. And Shadow's just going to sit there knowing that they've got one question left and they're not sure what happens when they ask the last one.
You do sit there, and you see as you kind of take this pause, there doesn't seem to be any animus to rush you. This figure that is sat beside you just kind of turns away as you kind of take this pause and just looks out into that endless purple sunset, watching the birds fly across the sky. You see as there seems to be no end to these 4-winged birds that just seem to be going from one end of the horizon to the other.
Above table,
Mm-hmm.
Who was it who gave me the sort of original reason for coming over here? Was it something I set myself, or was I asked to by the...
So, you're... you came here for sort of twofold reasons.
Yeah.
To find out generally about what the Golden Kingdom wanted with not only your people, but with the realm of Sylvanas, as they have begun to settle there and seemingly by proxy have taken over the Sagittar's rule of Sylvanas, as well as to just generally go on a fact-finding mission about this continent in general, as your people have not really ever been over there, as the storms, for your people at least, relatively recently have cleared up, and there hasn't really been any Loxodon that have been over here to come out. And as you were over here, you found the calling from Faisal for adventurers wanted.
Yeah. Okay.
You see kind of at this point as the Turkine Elquant that is with this Loxodon figure begins to crawl a bit more slowly into this watering hole, and you see as it turns onto one side, the spines on its back all fold in, so they're about as flush as it can be, in a what appears to be a very relaxed, you'd know actually, as a very relaxed pose for an Elquant to be in, as it lies down in this mud puddle and just begins to roll over in it. As the kind of you see for the first time an expression come over this other Loxodon's face. You see this kind of like a little bit of joy as he watches his companion enjoy this watering hole.
Shadow just thinks back to home. Am I the last left to break the curse?
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you. And know that you are being watched. And you see as this figure and the Elquant both look at you at this moment, and this thing, this Loxodon, this avatar, puts its thick hand on your shoulder. This is the first time you felt corporeal since you've been here, grabs you, and as you solidify back into your material form, you are back in the jungle with the rest of your group.
How much... Am I still face to face with Coroner, or do I wake up on the floor?
Seconds passed for you, Coroner, and as you see Shadow's eyes just roll into the back of their head and then roll back out about a second later.
You alright?
Yeah. You were right. It was a good time to talk to God.
I'm okay. Good, I'm glad.
Cool.
You feel as well, actually, Coroner, you see this with your passive perception. There seems to be this carved wooden token around Shadow's neck that you didn't see before you before they went into this. Their eyes rolled back into their head, and with your high passive perception, you feel like this is something you would have seen before. As this thing is now just very softly dangling on there, as if it had been recently put around Shadow's neck.
What is that?
You see in the centre of this kind of carved wooden thing, this very small sliver of gold, and Shadow, just from a cursory glance, you can see that this appears to be a part of a golden Elquant quill, just embedded into this small sheaf of wood.
Oh, fuck. Family heirloom. And I tuck it in so that it's not on display for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
That tea makes you act weird, doesn't it? And I walk away.
I don't know, I feel fine.
Yeah, me too. Apart from the plants.
How long have we got until midnight?
Let's say now it's probably about an hour and a half.
Okay, cool.
We could just kind of relax here.
Sorry.
No, Karen.
Because obviously I passed the save so that I didn't take any psychic damage
Yep.
or anything, and I've got the... Does the tea in general just make us feel weird and soupy and drunk. I mean, we're drunk already.
You feel drunk,
but like it's not like I drank it and like, oh, nothing happened.
No,
I can feel something.
You're all feeling a little bit trippy, of everything's bending a bit more than you certainly would have. Certainly the ones that failed, you're feeling this much more intensely than those of you who passed. Those of you who passed, you kind of just, you have this general good feeling, but other than that, no negative effects necessarily, unless you, took damage.
Souls.
Appleby will sort of just try and meet Quinn's gaze. I suppose it's difficult to figure out where Appleby's looking all the time. But just sort of, it's like...
Oh, you are looking at me, yes. Yeah, I don't see anything over there.
Oh no, it's just... Come on, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes. Quinn, recently you encountered someone who you'd not seen in a long time. Yeah.
I barely saw him when I was a child, friend of my father's.
But it's been like a long time.
Or so I'm told, yes.
How did you deal with that? When I drank the tea, I saw... It's been a long, long time.
Do you see something from long ago? Is that what you're trying to tell me? As did I. Or at least the burblings of a unfortunate memory, but it was shut off.
Unfortunate, yeah.
What did you see?
Difficult to see.
Isn't everything? With you, at least. I'm sure you can find a way with words.
And Appleby laughs for like a good while, much longer than I'm willing to laugh on stream. But he laughs for like a little while, and he sort of says, "I saw my brother."
Family.
I'd forgotten what he looked like.
Can you show me?
And Appleby will sort of look down for a moment and then sort of go to his face as if he's trying to wash something off, just like feverishly, like trying to wash something off his face, and then he'll look at you and say, "I can't."
Fuck it. Are you aware of the tampering that has gone on with your mind? As I am with mine.
I mean, to be aware of tampering does not necessarily mean to understand.
Oh, we're aware of many things, but we don't understand them. I know that someone noodled around in here, and when we were speaking back at the Watchpack's hideout, you displayed a few of the same quirks that I have when trying to remember things of the past 100 years. Maybe that's why you can't show me your brother. But I know what it's like to lose family. Is yours still out there?
Way out there. But he's still there.
At least you know. As far as I know, my father's in the first world still, and my mother that's as good as anyone's guess. Circling back to your question of how I dealt with it, I'm still figuring that out. I've known rodeo maybe as long as I've been conscious, give or take a few hours. And to be honest, this is the first time I've ever been without parental supervision. It's exciting.
It shows.
It's terrifying. And I want nothing more than to see my folks again and to go home. You wish all your childhood wanting to see the world and get away from the place that you're trapped, and then when it happens, I just want to go back home. Happens in the worst ways, but that's fate.
And Applebee's like silent for like a good moment, and then he sort of just goes, Reed's quite good, isn't he?
That he is.
I might write a song about him. I feel some
Would you like to write a duet?
Ooh! You know, I've not written a duet in a good long while.
Good. Well, you do that. I'm going to do some reading. I'd pull up the Age of Magic book. And I think, unless bothered, Quinn will just hide their feelings between the pages.
Nice. You do so.
While this conversation is happening, probably, Rodeo will have gone up to Shadow. Because we're not really like sat in a circle anymore, really.
Yeah,
I feel
no,
like the circle is broken and we're all just kind of
Freeform.
wandering around and doing
It's like
whatever.
a party, someone's in the kitchen, there's a few in the garden.
Yeah, everybody's not wandering around at this point.
Classic New Year's.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, been sick in the bushes.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've had too many.
It's coroner.
Yeah, with Coroner just like frantically tearing up pieces of hair.
No, it looks good. It looks good.
It's stuck in a tree.
It snags.
It's 1,000
Desperately
barbs.
screaming for yeast for your brewing. My kingdom for a bag of yeast. Yeah, Brody's gonna go up to Shadow at some point after they're done talking to Coroner and just be like, did you actually just talk to God? Or was that the tea talking?
Look, Rodeo, mate. If I say yes, I spoke to God, you might just go, that was the tea. So, I think I spoke to God, but I'm also fucked. So, who knows? But yeah, I did. It was really cool.
Give me an insight check at advantage.
Oh, is that what my bonus is? Double nines. That's 13.
Useless.
13. You feel like with this kind of enhanced sense, you feel like you believe Shadow.
Oh, I was ready to believe him already.
Yeah.
Whether or not it actually happened, I wanted to know whether he believes that it's true.
With that insight check, you think that
He's saying it with enough conviction.
Yeah. I'm aware it happened, but I'm also aware that I'm on
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
psychotics.
As are you.
Yeah. What did it feel like?
Like I was really out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible. The closest I've felt to home in so long, but without being able to touch home. There was a watering hole. I put my feet in it. It was great. It was a turquoise elk one. It was fucking awesome. But yeah, weird. Why?
Just curious, I guess. But and she puts a hand on your shoulder and like properly squeezes it tight. It's like, good for you. Good for you, Shadow. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You know what?
I'll offer you the bottle of whiskey.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking take that and be like, you know, speaking of family heirlooms and talking to God, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a long time, and I'm gonna take the bottle of whiskey. And as she goes, she's pulled out. She's got round her neck a very battered, old silver talisman that Shadow probably wouldn't recognize the symbol of, but it's the head of a silver dragon.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Anyone can give me a religion check if you fancy it to see if they know what that is. When it's
What
pulled out.
stat is religion based on?
No.
It should be wisdom, but
11.
20. Not then.
Oh yeah, the cleric would know.
Yeah.
Coroner, yeah, with your passive and with that roll, you immediately see this as a symbol of Bahamut.
And she just kind of turns and wanders off into, not quite into the undergrowth, but like to the edge of the clearing, and is like, back in 5. I gotta make a call. And she goes and just like finds somewhere quiet to sit down.
Nice, yeah. Very easy to do, yeah.
Takes a massive swig of the whiskey, sets it down beside her, takes the amulet, whatever we're gonna call it, and just kind of, she's just sat on the floor, just like very quiet for a little bit. Just kind of like turning it over in her hands, thinking about it, and then places it down like on the floor in front of her, and just kind of closes her eyes, and she's very quiet for a bit, and then just trying to like think of what to say, I guess, and then she's like, "Hey, it's me again. I appreciate it's been a while, but you stopped answering when I called, so I stopped calling. And I apologize for that. That was bad temperament on my part. I was impatient and I was angry. And I appreciate that I may not have been in the best condition to be spoken to at that time, but I'm here now with a clearer head and an emptier heart, and I want to know if I can still talk to you, and if I do, I want to know if you can help me."
Cool. You say this prayer and you kind of look down at this amulet and see, kind of looking into the eyes of this dragon. You all think it's coming up to around midnight at this stage, maybe 5-10 minutes to go. And Rodeo, what you notice here as you're kind of staring down at this amulet, as it begins to glow ever so slightly, not only does it begin to glow, but you also feel as if it's almost trying to pull you somewhere. As you get closer and closer to midnight, as you kind of finish this prayer and you think, shit, what's the time? You feel as this glow begins to pull you out of the forest towards the direction of the city.
Oh yeah, she's going.
Cool, yeah. You begin to follow this, and it indeed leads you back onto the path that would take you kind of out of this jungle area that is in the greens, and it just keeps pulling you until you are out of this jungle area, back into the vast fields. And you see here, as you're out of these trees, it actually begins to raise out of your hand and begins almost dragging your head to look upwards towards the very spire of the golden tooth. As you begin to see light return to the tooth for the first time since New Year's Eve began, this glow begins to emanate from the top down, as you see it begin to start at the Palace of Mizark, that you know to be in and amongst the clouds at the very top of the city, as this glow begins to descend down as the city gets lighter and lighter, and this good feeling begins to return to you again that you didn't really realise you were missing, but now that has returned, it is very palpable. You feel great here. You once again get that
tea.
you get that lovely smell of fresh cut grass, as well as anything else inside you that just gives you that feeling of summer. You pick that up on your nose as you breathe in, as this golden light reaches the greens. A lot of you begin to see this emanating through the trees and begin coming out of this foresty area, as well as it's coming towards midnight. As a lot of you step out of the forest, Coroner, you immediately see Rodeo standing there with this amulet glowing with what appears to be this platinum light coming out of it, as it is almost pointing up now towards the spire of the Golden Tooth, completely free from your neck now, Rodeo, as this thing is almost tugging you to look up at this spire ahead of you. As midnight draws closer and closer, this thing begins to get almost painfully bright until what you think to be about a minute before midnight, when it drops just back to your neck, back to an inert piece of silver, just clunks back down. You see, as the reverse of what just happens, as the light begins to build at the bottom of the tooth and go up the mountain, as it gets brighter and brighter towards the top, you see as an enormous explosion of fire just jets out the top of the Golden Tooth as if it were an active volcano. You see this gout of flame that lights the sky as it burns through the clouds above it. As you see the enormous wings of Mizark silhouetted by this flame. These wings are bigger than gargantuan, as you see for the first time a great worm standing astride the palace at the top of the Golden Tooth, its mighty roar lighting up the sky as you see gargantuan ancient dragons circling Mizark, as he is a leviathan compared to them. His wings spread wide as you feel, even down at the bottom of this mountain, gusts of wind from his wings wash down the entire city as he is quite literally ablaze like a sun. He jumps from the top of his palace, easy to see at the size he is, and glides down the mountain towards the area that is known as the Greens. It looks like he's coming straight towards your group for a little while before you realise he's so massive that he is almost coming for the entire Greens district, as right before you think it's too late, you feel this enormous gust of wind push you all down to the ground as he flies just above you a few 100 metres, blocking out the moon, the stars, the light of the Golden Tooth itself as he soars above you and then back up into the clouds. You see as once again he reaches the zenith of the tooth and spurts another massive gout of flame that then shapes into words that simply say, Happy New Year, writ large above the Golden Tooth in this nice curving golden text. This light remains here as the remaining dragons of the Dragon Council swirl in and amongst these letters in the slipstream of Mizark. You at the Greens all see as dragon after dragon flies over you like a red arrow's display, each one the waft of their wings pushing you down a little bit, nothing on the same scale as Mizark, as you see once again as he lands atop his palace and the form begins to slowly shrink down out of sight as the rest of the dragons just take to the skies around the Golden Tooth. You see gouts of purple acid, purple poison being flung into the sky. You see gouts of flame being flung into the sky. You see lightning crackle across from blue dragons. You see chromatic and metallic dragons alike howling their fury into the night sky as this celebration of the Golden Tooth really kicks off as shops begin to open up again, as New Year's Eve is open and New Year's Day begins. The Golden Tooth back open for business, and I think that is what we're going to call the session for tonight, as New Year's Eve has passed and it is New Year's Day in Ellseworld.
Extremely sick, Al. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was
Very
great.
cool. Don't want to interrupt. If I'd watched that through the crystal-tipped staff,
Yes.
anything?
No.
All good. Gotta try these things.
That's right.
Very sick.
Put on the goggles as well, just to pull out the glare.
Nice. Yeah, it's slightly less glary off off Mizark.
Nice.
But yeah.
Yeah, that was really great, Al. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry that last bit was a bit rambly, but that's
Not
New Year's
bad.
Eve
Love
at
it.
the Golden Tooth.
Ramble you like, son.
Yeah. Well, thank you all to my lovely players for playing. Bit of an RP heavy one after the 3 big combat sessions we had in a row. But yeah, thank you very much to all you watchers. Thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll be back at some point. It's going to be a bit weird for streams because we're going to have a couple of weeks off while we set up our setup back home. There's also a boozy gig next week. Yeah, so it'll be a bit of a weird one, but the best place to stay up to date, as always, is on our Discord. Keep you updated with everything that be going on Heroes Grove-wise. But without further ado, have we got any plugs before we go off?
Patreon. Get to our Patreon. Give us your money.
Tune in next time, and I'm going to use that nat 20. You watch.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I rolled twice, and once was a nat 20 anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't a very roll-heavy session, was it?
Well, it was for those D1 hundies.
I think I rolled 50% of the rolls in that part alone.
Nice to use the Dungeoneers pack D100 table for Wild Magic.
But Tom, what the fuck is Dungeoneers pack?
Plug it again.
fucking tell you. I plugged it earlier, so if you weren't listening, then what the hell?
Well, live stream. People go to
Do it again.
It's an Instagram page. If you haven't got Instagram, make one just for the express purpose of following Dungeoneers pack. It is a Dungeons and Dragons resource page. We've got items there, we've got tables there, we've got all sorts of other stuff. The character that I play is a subclass that we created on that Instagram page, and the Wild Magic Surge table that we use today is also from that page. So go check it out if you want. If you want to buy prints, there's also a load of stuff on Etsy under Dungeoneers Cellar, spelled with a C. That's it for Patreon and Dungeoneers pack. Listen to Wildcat Boozy. We're the best band in Bristol. We've got a new run of t-shirts that we've just got printed. Oh, I'm wearing a jumper over the top of it.
They're ugly as fuck.
No nips on Twitch.
They're so just
New run of
completely-
t-shirts.
It's your classic metal logo. Woo!
Yeah.
I love them.
It's so good. I really want one.
Yeah, so they'll probably be online if we don't sell them all, because we need money. We need money. I need money. That's it. Jams, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Jams. I can draw. Follow me online at JamsCanDraw on my social media platforms.
Yeah!
Every Thursday they stream. Sometimes I'm in it, and sometimes Jamie's.
Yeah, sometimes I have friends. And if it's unlikely that we're doing actual D&D streams for the next couple of weekends, and if people want to do another D&D art stream one weekend instead to fill in a
That'd
gap
be cool.
in the schedule so that something is still happening at a weekend, let me know. We will potentially be doing one of those again.
That'd be sick, yeah.
Cal, you got any poems?
I have fucking loads of them. There will be even more poems during Bristol Poetry Festival. It started today. Oh my god! What? Check out Lyra Bristol Poetry Festival online. I don't know the website, but if you look up Lyra, Lyra, it's online. Go check it out. If you're not at the Boozy gig next Sunday, what the fuck? But also, come see me at St George's Hall, where myself and Josie Alford are hosting the Lyra Bristol Poetry Festival Grand Slam Final. It's going to be battle poetry. Someone's going to get killed.
Oh God.
To the death?
Yeah, why not?
Poetry to the death?
They do battle royale and poetry now.
Wow.
Yeah, we're really trying to tap into that fucking Fortnite market.
Bare knuckle poetry.
Yeah.
But now
Some fucking bard level shit.
Which of your 2 shows am I more likely to see someone die?
Good question.
50-50.
Yeah.
One of my live
How do I
streams.
choose?
Whichever one you're going to.
Well, on that ominous note,
That was so good.
thank you
Jamie
very
will die in
much.
7 days. Thank you for being here.
Thanks to anyone that watched.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks to this house for hosting us for the last 5 years of streaming.
5 years.
This will be the last stream we ever do in this house, so thank you guys.
Devastating.
If you were here from the start of that, what the fuck are you
34
doing?
Bishop Thorpe than you, baby.
No!
Dogs us now, motherfucker.
That's not even alright.
Yeah, you got it wrong, you idiot.
combined two of our older dresses together.
So I did.
Well, you can't fucking find us anyway. Go have a long rest, settle down at the Grove, and
Me tired.
stay Grovey, you crazy bastards.
It's having you.
Bang.